What's up, what's up, what's up? Hope you're all doing fabulous. I'm Desi. Welcome. If you already knew that, welcome freaking back. So, I hope you're all, did I say it? Yeah, I did say it. I hope you're all fabulous. I keep hearing this song, and I kind of think I know what it means, but I want to pull some cards and just kind of see what this message pertains. I set the intention that this message gets to anybody who needs it or that it's meant for in the highest, greatest good of all and no harm to none. Marutu koreshna ratiti otukuma shaturai rarashi. Makonaroto reti rishnoto. So I keep hearing, so I wake in the morning and I step outside. I take a deep breath and I get real high and I scream at the top of my lungs, oh, what's going on? And hey, yeah, 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 yeah. I said, hey, oh, what's going on? So, what's up? 4 non-blondes, throwback to the 90s, you know, my time. Okay, so I really want to see what this is all about. But I will say, part of the message I know is like, hey, psst, it's time to speak up. Why are you letting everybody around you hide? Or why are you hiding over here with the knowing? And I'm getting that this has a lot to do with disclosure. What's going on? And I see it's like other people are like, the fuck is this? What is going on? Everybody's like, what's going on? And you're over here like bzz, throwing away the key. Because you, I'm hearing 222 on the timer, you're afraid. And we're going to talk about mirroring here. But you know me, I always talk about mirroring because that's the reality of the world that you're living in right now. Dude, just spill the fucking beans. I mean, I'm hearing that like really, who cares if they don't receive it the way that you want them to? Just don't have an expectation. Just put it out there because it's your truth. But I'm hearing this very, you are the fucking disclosure. Who fucking knew? You're the disclosure. Yarati karonara wa shurotiki morarari o konora kwariasha toro kristoro eshatira. Why are you afraid? Rebel! It's time to rebel! That's what I'm hearing. Look, this is the truth of it. I'm just gonna put this out there. If you cannot speak on your on the facts that you know as to be true because you've experienced it, 333 on the timer, you've seen it with your own 2 eyes. You felt it with your heart. You have experienced it. How is anybody going to wake up to the truth if the truth bringers aren't sharing the truth? Because they're too afraid, and pardon me, but not pardon me, because they're too afraid of someone being like, oh, whoa, they're fucking crazy. They're crazy. They're crazy. Is that crazy? Dude, newsflash. We're all living in our own crazy little worlds. We're all a little nutty, man. I'm just putting it out there. But there is universal truth. And you, I'm hearing Mintaken, Daturuiki. I'm also getting strong presence of Archangel Gabriel and communication. I'm hearing for somebody. I don't know if we're even going to have to pull cards because it's coming through pretty strongly. You know, okay, first off, I'm hearing for somebody, you have literally written songs about this, or books maybe. You've written stuff about it, but you're too afraid to put it out there because you're afraid that it's not going to be received. And that all these judgments are going to be cast on. Well, I'm just going to let you know this. The judgments you're afraid of being projected onto you are your own inability to accept your truth as truth. It's your own questioning of what you already know. So ask yourself, it's like the difference, I'm hearing the difference between knowing and believing. It's like you're right on the brink. Like you know things, and you think you believe them, but you're still kind of in that little limbo land of really fully believing it. And I'm hearing very strongly, put it out there and you will fully believe it. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. But I'm hearing really strongly, like, dudes, you have so much contact happening right now. This is why being aware of your thoughts, especially the random ones. Now, let me tell you, at least with the way that I channel, and there's many different ways to channel. Okay. Sorry, I just got a notification. There's many different ways to channel. But I'll tell you this one thing. First and foremost, understand this. All higher dimensional beings, we're all one. We are all one with Source. We all come from Source. We all come from the Creator. We all come from God. Whatever you want to say, we all are. We are all sparks of God, Creator, Source. And we're all here having experience to raise back up into the highest frequency of Source to merge again with Source. This makes sense. So understand this, that any higher dimensional beings, archangels, angels, ascended masters, they are just higher aspects of you. So I got to put that out there. They're just higher aspects of you. But you can't accept that. You can't accept that part of you until you express that part of you. And how are you going to express that part of you if you aren't holding it in and questioning it? Just saying. So, I'm hearing though very strongly that you have a lot of contact taking place right now. And you need to be paying attention to those random thoughts, those random ideas, those random inspirations that are coming to you from outside your field. Okay, your field is comprised, your auric field is created from the energies that are produced within your energy centers that stem from thoughts that you are entertaining and then put out into your field, creating what it is that you are attracting and repelling. So when you get thoughts and emotions or visions or inspirations or anything that is not of what you have been existing within, what you've been focusing or entertaining consistently or cyclically, then understand that that is coming from outside of your auric field, which means is contact from another field of energy. And I mean, I'm not saying that everything you randomly get is a higher dimensional being or a higher aspect of you, because this plays into telepathy. But if it is of a pure, loving, wise, creative nature, then you are probably receiving it from higher aspects of yourself, aka higher dimensional beings, extraterrestrials, archangels. I still got to do that video about, I'm going to do it. It's going to be a video series. I already made the executive decision that the video about the 7 hermetic principles, the law of creation, the law of one, and the archangels and your chakra centers and how that all plays into creation. I will be doing that. I promise. I have not forgotten. I just been sitting on it a little. But nonetheless, understand. It's very, remember, you're a vortex, and if that makes sense to you, then it's just going to make sense to you. So anything outside of you is already within you, and everything within you is outside of you, and it gets a little mind fuckerish, you know, like it's kind of like, okay, this is a little confusing, but try not to make it more confusing than it is. Nonetheless, how are you going to wake up the lower aspects of yourself, or the aspects of yourself that are asleep, if you are still hitting the snooze button and not putting that truth out there? So ask yourself. I'm just saying. Like, you are the disclosure. But, okay, yeah, I'm finally going to get it out now. Okay, look. You need to do this before distorted projections are placed in the mind of those that are asleep. 12:12 on the timer. It is important. You have this knowledge to share it. You've had these experiences to share it. Because when you are sharing it with somebody outside of you that is not aware of it, they are just a lower aspect of you. And in order to integrate, you have to wake up those, I hope this is making sense. You have to wake up those sleeping parts of you. And the more and more you share, the more and more you put it out there, the more and more you're truly going to believe, and the more and more you're going to see other people actually are on the same page as you, or eventually will be. So, hope this makes sense. That's the message. I'm just going to pull one card and see what comes through, just to clarify the reading, or the message. I'm hearing the name Aaron. I'm also saying this has a lot to do with healing your own ancestry, your ancestors. Okay. Angels, guides, 345 on the timer. What? Whoa! Can we get one card to close out this reading? Endings. You are held. You are safe. End your own. Yeah. Listen and yeah. Okay. Endings. So they're reminding me of this. And I don't watch the news, and I don't really pay much attention. Ooh, I'm getting a ringing in my right ear. I don't pay a whole lot of attention to the shenanigans that are played out in media. But I do see some things, okay? But I don't give it my attention and my focus. It is important for you to speak on what you know and what you've experienced, because there are a lot of false stories and projections and distortions that are being placed in the media to scare people into rejecting the higher aspects of themselves. Because at the end of the day, what disclosure is about realizing that all is one. But if people are afraid to be unified, then they will stay separated. We are one, like I've already said, 1555 on the timer, with all beings, lower and higher. Our star families and other star systems, we are one with them. They are one with us. We are all one. We are all connected. But if you don't put that out there, then people are going to hear these stories, and I've seen a few. It is going to scare the living doo-doo out of people, and they're going to reject wanting to unify with all that is. So, start telling people what's going on. And I said, hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, we all are one. Anyways, guys, that's the message. I hope it helps somebody or reaches who it's meant to. You are the disclosure. You. Wake up the lower aspects of yourself that are still snoozing and start speaking. Crazy doesn't really exist, guys. Crazy? We're all crazy. If you really think about it, we're all living in our own little worlds. And nobody really knows, right? So you have the freedom to believe and express what you know and have experienced as true, to allow those lower aspects of you to wake up and integrate. Love you all. Do it. I believe in you. And mwah. Bye.